The Wolverines have a district game against a powerful opponent. That's coming up next on Cable 10.
Let's see what they do. They've got 3rd and 3. First down's really irrelevant here. Let's see if they go to the air.
Welcome, everyone, to Western Hills High School. I'm Clint Goins. This is John Peesheimer, and we have a football game here on Cable 10. Once again, another Friday night, another football game here in the COVID era. Thank goodness. John, tonight the Wolverines, 2-3 on the year, are taking on Mercer County Titans, 4-1 on the year, and their only loss was to Boyle County. And I think, folks, Boyle County could probably beat every college in the Mid-South Conference this season. They got a tall task for them.
Yeah, and, looking at Western Hills, we've seen the best and the worst of that team. The first time we were able to be here with you for Game of the Week, just really hung in there at Frankfort, got a big win for morale purposes. And really, the last time we were here at Western Hills, they were breaking in the turf. We had basically a first quarter, in a lot of the first half, the Western Hills was in control, but second half of that game, Great Crossing really just flexed their muscles, and it was just a couple of plays for Western Hills, and a lot of that, I think, was when Dylan Engler, the quarterback for Western Hills, who's been impressed us in this season with his ability to just kind of read the situation. A lot of those times he was out of the game, and and it just tended to get away from them, and really that one got away in a hurry, and they're coming off of 2 big losses, taking it on the chin last week on the road at Cal, and it'll be interesting to see how they respond. A tall task indeed for them tonight.
That's right, and Mercer County beat Cal earlier on this season in overtime, so this could be a very similar game for the Wolverines as last week. Now, 2 weeks ago when we were here, Engler came out of the game, and I don't often talk about officials. They do a good job and they do a thankless job, but there was a late hit that caused Engler to come out of the game, and I think that really affected their offensive performance because number 4, Jason Rogers, had to come in and run and play quarterback, and it just wasn't the same quite after that. So anyway, we'll see. Hang with us, folks. Kickoff coming up next here on Cable 10. In fact, here's the kickoff right now. Wolverines take it at about their 20-yard line, and they get it out to the 26. I think that was Jeffrey Parker on the return. That's him right there wearing number 18. He's one of the leaders of Western Hills, John, and unfortunately the last time we were here, he let his emotions get the best of him, and he was ejected from the game late in the game, and they were getting beat pretty badly, and sometimes that happens.
Really important for Western Hills here, Clint, to set a tone with this first drive and hand off right there, and I believe that's Fields pushing it up. I think he got enough for the first down there.
Jacob Fields. He's usually their fullback. And, the Wolverines, here we have a look at it again on the Whitehead-Hancock replay.
Yeah, good rush to start out, doing the simple things well.
They're going to have to make a statement here early. And so far on that play, it went pretty good to get a first down.
And a big thing for Western Hills, they can move the ball down the field and they can stop teams. It's just a matter of not turning the ball over.
This is Rogers with the carry, and he gets around the end, and he's going to get about 8.
And this is how we saw Western Hills start off a couple weeks ago during Great Crossing. In that game, they were able to move the ball down the field. Their line was really doing a good job of protecting, creating space and they just kind of methodically marched the ball down, and looks like they're off to a good start as far as doing that this time around as well.
Engler in shotgun formation, drops back. He's looking, puts it up in the air. Dangerous pass, broken
he almost
up.
came down with that.
Almost intercepted, though, also by Thaddeus Mays, number 6.
Not a lot of zip on that pass. He had a man, and it looked like he thought the receiver there was going to continue with the route, and the receiver was going to stop and wait for the ball, and just a little mix-up there, but got away with it that time. But like we said, Clint, one thing that's going to be vital for Western Hills if they want to be competitive tonight, don't turn the ball over.
3rd and 2 here. They give it back to Fields, and he's going to get the first down and more into Titan territory.
And that's about 20 yards so far that they've picked up on that just straight handoff and letting Fields get forward with the ball. And might want to just run that until they figure out how to stop it.
Fields only averages about 9 yards a game is his average, which, he's the fullback most of the time, but boy, he's already gotten his average and then some in the first 2 minutes of this game.
Yeah, it's a nice privilege to have when you can hand off to your fullback on first down and he picks up another 4 downs for you.
Engler takes it upfield for about 3 yards.
Number 7, Bill Halo, quarterback.
2nd and 7. I was talking to the Mercer County radio folks before the game. The Titans usually run a 4-4 defense, and sometimes a 4-5 defense, he said. They'll sneak up on the cornerbacks. Especially if the team doesn't pass a lot. So the Wolverines may have to throw a few balls just to keep their defense honest. Fields with the carry, doesn't get much that time, maybe 1 yard, 2 yards. So they're going to give him 3 yards. That's
number 44, Jacob Fields.
That's a good spot. So he's about 4 yards from first down territory, 3rd and 4.
And you mentioned to me before the game, Clint, big disparity between these two teams as far as like how much they throw the ball.
Yes, that's right. I think Buchanan, the quarterback for the Titans, averages about 100 yards a game. Hand off to Parker this time, and he's fighting. And they're going to say he was down. He's going to be shy about a couple of yards, I think.
I think that's a good call. I think his knee had just gone down. We'll get another look at it here.
Good effort by Jeffrey.
And just trying to hang on for the extra yards. It looked like his own man may have been the one to jar the ball loose, and I don't know. Let's take another look at that. I think, right there, he's got possession. It's a good call.
So 4th and 2, and the Wolverines here in no man's land. They're too far to try a field goal and too close to really punt it well, so they're going to go for it. Engler, he may have got there.
He found a hole,
see where the
and
spot is.
That was Braden Dunn coming in there.
They're going to have to measure this, I think.
Making a big tackle, because you saw that hole that Engler saw on the line, and you saw some daylight, and that would have been a big game. But as you see right there, I think Braden Dunn was able to see what was going on. And Braden Dunn, one of their stars on the offensive end, stepping up big on defense there. We'll have to see where they spot it.
Yes, I believe Dunn may lead the team in tackles for Mercer County. Stretching it out. Nope, he didn't make it. Going to be just short. So
that's the tiniest bit.
The Wolverines will turn it over on downs, and they'll have to bring the defensive unit out here, and we'll get our first look at the Mercer County Titan offense.
And that's an offense that if you look at the stats, Clint, because we don't get to see these teams, unfortunately, on a regular basis, but if you look at the stats, they like to throw the ball around a little bit and kind of mix up their offense. Pretty efficient on the offensive end. run, pass. They've got a couple of players that we'll discuss here in a little bit, and when they snap the ball, we'll see what they do.
Prosper Buchanan is the coach's son, and that's a nice tackle at the line of scrimmage.
That was Parker that got him.
Braden Dunn on the carry, and he doesn't get much.
And that's a player you're going to see a lot of tonight for Mercer County. Braden Dunn, 98 yards a game rushing, 38 yards receiving. He's got 6 rushing touchdowns and 1 receiving touchdown.
And that's tipped and intercepted. Big play for the Wolverines.
Well, I was talking about, and it kind of goes without saying how important turnovers are. And if you can get one yourself, it's even better. And that's this kind of field position just gives you a whole new lease on life in this game.
Jacob Fields with the tip, Dylan McGahee with the interception, and it's Wolverine ball again.
I can't be the only one that saw something crazy just come up on the screen.
Well, it's almost Halloween.
I mean, I had Red Bull right before the game, so I don't know if I'm seeing things or what.
Engler back to pass, thinks better of it, and he's still rolling, and he throws it away. Probably a smart thing to do.
And that's one thing I kind of touched on the open, Clint. We've seen Dylan Engler make some really heads-up plays and kind of, sometimes you have to be realistic about what's in front of you and just make the smart play, get to the next down. And he's really shown us an improved amount of poise that he has back there so far in the games we've seen this season. We've seen Western Hills more than any other team.
Yes. Number 4 was Jason Rogers. I guess he was the intended receiver. Coach Miller was talking to him there briefly. Maybe he ran the wrong route or something. He's in motion now, gets the handoff, but gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So it'll be 3rd and 10. The Wolverine defense played well the short time they were out there, turning over the ball, getting it back, but their offense has sputtered on this series.
And if you watched the game last week here on the Game of the Week, you saw Coach Tracy's wizardry with the telestrator. Well, that's his own equipment. He takes that home with them, so fortunately I don't have access to that. So, and what a game that was.
Folks, if you're watching this game on Cable 10, almost intercepted there by the Titans. That was number 7, Bryce Walton. We're aware of the issues going on right now with our signal going to Cable 10. If you're watching, you may want to turn over to Facebook just for a little bit and watch the game on there.
One thing that was kind of missed right there, a big-time block on the backside there by Jacob Fields to give Engler a little bit of time. Unfortunately, Engler may have tried to force that ball a little bit and just wasn't there.
So it's 4th and 10, and Rogers is going to punt it away.
And that's a tough 3-and-out, Clint. But now you have the chance to, with a good punt here, really pin Mercer County back.
Good snap, not much of a rush, nice punt. And
wow.
Takes a Titan bounce into the end zone. If it bounced the other way,
nothing Jeffrey Parker could do. It was just the crooked hand of fate.
It's just the way the ball bounces, as they say.
I've never heard that one before. A lot of field in front of Mercer County, and we've seen this Western Hills team get out to good starts as far as their defensive goes. Just really, really pushing the line on both sides of the ball. And looks like the Titans might be passing the ball here.
Buchanan under center. They've got a man in motion, but they pitch, and he's going to get a couple. That's about all. I think that was Riley Peeler on the carry.
2 yards.
There's Jacob Fields. We've called his name on just about every play tonight. Having a big game.
Fields and Parker, I think, are the, well, they're the heart and soul of the defense for sure. Uh-oh.
That's
Got
Braden
loose.
Dunn. We're going to get, I believe, a horse collar right there,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken. And Dunn kind of pointing out the player that, the culprit there, I think. And
Braden Dunn is their leading rusher, I think.
yeah, 98 yards a game, Clint, and 6 rushing touchdowns on the year. He's really the focal point of their offense. He's their leading receiver as well. And that was Jason Rogers with, I think they're going to call that. We'll take a look
Was
at it
he
again.
the one that grabbed the horse collar?
No, I don't
thought
believe
it
it
was
was.
number
You're
20.
right. You're right. I
No,
think
it's
I saw.
21. That's,
I think I saw him coming in on the back end. I'm sorry, Mr. Rogers.
21 is Dylan McGahee.
But
So that adds 15 more yards to what was a long run already, and the Titans are in Wolverine territory.
yeah, that one penalty on top of that big gain completely flips the field.
It's a nice pass.
Close to another one.
I
Same
know,
player that time.
McGahee did almost the same thing. He's got to be careful. Got to be careful. Here's another look at it. We'll see where he grabs him. Yeah, he didn't.
I think he got his shoulder that
Got
time.
the shoulder, not the shoulder pad. So. But, you know, that's close.
Yeah. And I think had he done it on this side of the field, he would have gotten an earful as well. 2 times in a row.
Quick handoff up the middle. That's going to go to Wyatt Sanford. He's a junior. Fullback and linebacker for Mercer County, and they are on the move here. Buchanan pitches back to Dunn again. But good job there by Fields and Parker. Stops him for, I think, no gain, basically. Well, they're going to give him 2 yards.
That was Jackson Peevler, the junior, getting the pitch out that time. And
Clay Woodson in the game now for the Wolverines, makes the tackle.
yeah, a couple good defensive stands that time by Western Hills, and we'll see if they can.
This is Dunn again, weaving his way through traffic, still on his
bouncing up.
feet, and he's going to get the first down and more. He broke several tackles. The Wolverines could hit him, but they couldn't wrap him up.
And that's just soul crushing for a defense. You make 2 really good defensive plays
Yeah,
on,
you
on
coulda had him
rushes,
for-
and then they hand it to their primetime player there, and he shows why he has the stats that he has this season, just making guys miss.
So now it's first and goal. And Miller is not real happy. There's a flag down.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get that.
Sideline warning. Miller is not happy about something. I don't know.
The
if
scuttlebutt
it's-
up here is that there was a block in the back that wasn't seen, which would have been a pretty huge
Yeah.
penalty. And
Big hole there, but the Wolverines fill it quickly. And Dunn picks up a couple. And he was bent backwards. That was kind of a dangerous play for him.
yeah, I saw the knee there, and of course that's the first thing you think when you see the leg kind of bend like that. Kind of heart goes into your throat there.
Goal to goal from the 4, and Buchanan on a wide open bootleg.
He's got all the space in the world to run there.
So the Titans go up by 6. Their kicker, whose name escapes me for the moment, but he is 16 of 19 on PATs, and that's not too bad. Not too bad. Noah Davis, that's who the kicker is usually. Number 34, we'll see if he's there. Yes, that's him, and it's Up and boy, it's low.
No,
and he did not make it. Make it a 16 of 20. I don't know if he might have got a hand on that ball or not. But anyway, we'll step aside, come back with a kickoff right after this on Cable 10.
Here at David Tolles Auto Pro, we know if people are driving right now, it's only for the most important reasons. And if their car breaks down, we need to get it back on the road. At Auto Pro, we want you to rest assured that we're doing everything in our power to keep you safe. We follow all recommended COVID-related safety guidelines when handling your vehicle. Our lobby and facilities are completely clean and sanitized every night. And we have touchless credit card processing. We appreciate your trust in these difficult times, and we want to thank you for shopping local. If you have to take it to somebody, you can take it to us. David Tolles Auto Pro.
Welcome back, folks. We just saw Don Miller there talking to the white hat, and he was talking to the white hat during that entire commercial break. So maybe giving him a little earful. We'll see if he is rewarded for that or penalized for it. Maybe.
It's not easy being the most visible of the officials.
That's true. That is true. So it goes back deep, and this is going to be Rogers with the return, and he gets about to the 26. And that's going to be all for him.
We'll see Western Hills now looking up at a deficit, and last week they were quick to get out on the board first and kind of playing a little back and forth through the whole, or excuse me, 2 weeks ago when we were back here against Great Crossing, a little back and forth through the first half, and then third quarter the Warhawks just broke it open.
Almost picked off, but McGahee, I think, did he manage to actually catch the ball? No, they say he did not.
Yeah, it was tough to see there. It looked like both players were fighting over a ball that wasn't there.
Yeah. Dangerous passes Engler has thrown here a couple of times.
I think that was just a good heads-up play on the part of the defense there.
Just couldn't hold on to it.
That was Caden Devine there on the breakup for the Titans.
He couldn't squeeze his knees tight enough to hold on to that ball. Now we have whistles. I did not see a flag. Nope, there it is.
Neutral zone infraction we're hearing up here.
So I didn't see the flag, but we did see the white hat point. I wonder if Coach Miller's talk just a few minutes ago may have influenced the officials to pay just a little bit more attention.
Well, you know, we see it in basketball. A coach will pick up a technical, but it's kind of a purpose pitch almost. You're trying to get that bug into the official's ear.
Rogers
nowhere to go that time.
Doesn't get anything. So once again, the Wolverine offense kind of sputtering here. 3rd and 6 from the 31. We saw.
And what do they do here, Clint? Because when they've thrown the ball so far in this game, it's been a really risky proposition. And
well, their passes are scaring the daylights out of me. They had a couple of good ones right off the bat on the very first drive, but since then, it's, you know, well, what they don't do is they don't do that.
And it seems like the plays are a little slow to develop. I don't know whether it's a matter of just not making reads quick enough, or, you know, I'm not down there, I'm not seeing it, and even if I saw it, I probably couldn't do half the job that Engler's doing out there. But
Michael Shepard on a tackle there.
It does seem to be everything's kind of coming together too slowly, and you can't keep a defense like Mercer County in front of you that long.
Well, I talked to the radio guys from Mercer County earlier, and they said they had a good line this year. They have a good line, and I believe them. Rogers back to punt again. No rush. but a good punt.
Oh,
taken,
wow.
fumbled, but the Titans pick it up.
Braden Dunn with the pickup that time and took a big hit. And
still had the
I
wherewithal.
think he knew that hit was coming too, because
that was Parker down there to deliver the hit real quick.
It also bounced kindly for him, died right in front of him. He was able to get down on it.
Yeah. Well, the last drive we saw them go 80 yards for a score. So we know that Mercer County can do it, and this time they got about 12 yards less to go.
If you're the Wolverines, you've gotten a good look at what this Mercer County offense has for you. Now it's just time to kind of dig in there and stop it.
Good job by the Wolverine defensive line that time to tackle Braden Dunn for a loss.
Yeah, that was Britton Franklin there, 73 with a big hit there. Also looks like number 56 there, Taylor Childers.
Second and 11. I thought he lost more than a yard. Maybe not. Hand off to Dunn again, and he's going to get about 7 or 8.
Great athlete, just able to stop and start so well and make guys miss. Take a look here, and right there, really, I think he knew it. He knew the defense was coming, and was able to just pick up what was there.
Does a good job noticing when holes are developing and when holes are closing, and then turns on the jets to get to those open holes. They pitch back to Dunn again, and
had to hurdle his own man. Ball's out.
Did they say it was down?
I think they blew it dead because Rogers had his hands on the ball and then just kind of backed off of the play.
Either way, it's going to be short of a first down, so it'll be 4th and 1. Here, let's look at it again. Let's look at it again here.
It's a big hit right there.
Yeah, the ball's out.
Loose.
The ball's out for sure.
That was number 42 there, I believe, for Western Hills. Clay Woodson again.
4th and 1. They go for it, and they're not going to get it.
That was actually a good play call, but Western Hills doing an even better job of snuffing it out. Fields again, and that's another huge turnover. This one on downs, but on the Titan side of the field.
Fields was right there. I mean, I don't know that he was blocked at all. Let's look at it one more time. He was just right there filling that hole.
It's as if he knew that was coming. What a great heads-up play.
Wyatt Sanford with the attempted carry, but Jacob Fields getting the job done for the Wolverines. Just 5 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 2 weeks ago, John, the Wolverines had the lead at the end of the first quarter, but then
would not score again.
Yes, the wheels came off.
Flag of play, offside on the defense. As the governor says,
got an offside. That'll push it even further.
I think there's another shot at Coach Miller there, and I think Coach Miller maybe alerted the officials saying, hey, watch them on defense. They're either lining up offsides or jumping offsides, or that's 2 straight calls since you hit that long conversation. Boy, big number 67 for the Mercer County Titans. He was double teamed, and he still got through.
Again, good smart play by Engler, just getting the ball out of bounds and not taking the sack, and I think picking up some positive yardage here.
Yeah, I think he got about 6. That'll end the first quarter. And we will come back after this short break. Wolverines down by 6 here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is sponsored by David Tolles Auto Pro. David Tolles Auto Pro is open regular business hours and is dedicated to keeping you safe and back on the road with contact-free drop-off. Pickup and delivery is also available. Disinfecting nightly all areas. Following all safety precautions. Vehicle sanitizing service also available. Call 502-352-2988 or 502-352-2205.
Hi, I'm Sarah Neely. I'm the financial manager at Mill Ridge Farm. Whenever you transition financial institutions, there's a tremendous amount of paperwork involved. Traditional banks streamline this paperwork and they just made it very simple. Traditional Bank is a locally owned bank that allows us to operate on an international platform. They make my life better, they make my job easier, and they make Mill Ridge a better place.
Wolverine football, second down, 4 to go on the Titan 40. Clint Goins and John Piesheimer here with you at Western Hills football field. Western Hills brand new turf football field. Boy, it looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've seen the turf here, and we saw the turf last week at Franklin County as well.
Got a man in motion. Engler keeps it himself. I think he'll get the first down.
Well, I should say last week we saw a little bit of the turf under about an inch of rain on Friday night that we were able to get the game in on Saturday. Western Hills had a similar situation where their game was canceled at, or they're postponed at Christian Academy of Louisville. I think given the outcome, it might have been best if it had been canceled.
Last week was a mess. Frankfort High's game got moved back 6 days. They played last night and beat the stuffing out of the Berea Pirates.
I'm guessing the Pirates would have,
they didn't give them a first down? Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Wow.
He was well past that. And I don't know if they got that one either.
Really depends. I think he threw the ball forward a couple yards, as you will. I think he might just have it.
It was good passer on the carry. Gave good passer. Just a freshman fullback. Well, it's fourth down. Well, they gave him the first down.
Yeah, he just got the nose across the line that time, and I think it was one of those where it's like, all right, well, it was close when we didn't give it to him last time.
Yeah, it's kind of a make-up call, maybe. I don't know.
Did they do that?
I know nothing, as Sergeant Schultz would say, and if you know who Sergeant Schultz is, then you're as old as I am. And, boy, we've had a lot of plays that end up right about there. The last 3 of them, in fact. That's Jaden Youngblood.
Yeah, Mercer County defending that well and recovering well, and Youngblood just running out of room.
Yes, nice tackle there by Jackson Peevler. He's one of the leading tacklers also for the Titans. Where's number 12?
You saw Engler that time. He's getting his instructions from the sideline. 2nd and 10. Wonder if they just give the ball to Fields again here.
Nope, he's going to throw it. Little screen pass, but Peevler wasn't buying that.
Yeah, he caught Youngblood with it. Peevler just snuffed that out.
Yeah, he saw that coming a mile away.
And it's typical of what we've seen with Western Hills, just haven't been able to get anything going in the air. Very well defended on every one of these. Nearly picked off a couple times. Western Hills is probably lucky not to have an interception.
You're right in that the Wolverines' plays seem to take longer to develop than Mercer County's plays. They're just not quite as tight and quite as fast as a Mercer County offense. And the longer it takes for that play to develop, the easier it is for the defense to read it, and that is a big tackle.
Michael Shepperson. That's a big guy to get hit by.
On 4th down, Well, that was third down.
Yeah, Fields just missing the block that time, and I think Shepperson had a good run, good head of steam behind him, and was able to kind of. And Fields really couldn't adjust in time, and big tackle. And you got another chance to. Well, I think they're going to go for it here. I was going to say
No,
you got
to punt it away.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I see now. They were kind of a little compact coming out of the huddle there, but got another chance to maybe if you get a favorable bounce, you can really pin this Mercer County team back.
Rogers can punt the ball.
Beautiful punt.
Yes, going to get it down near the 10. So good job by Jason Rogers, number 4, the punter. And Mercer County will have to go 90 yards this time if they're going to get a touchdown.
And it's one of those things, you don't really miss it until you don't have it, but it's so important to have a punter that can control the field for you. A couple of really nice punts by Rogers. Just got unlucky with the bounce on the last one before the end of the first quarter, but that's fantastic.
I was at Frankfort High's game last night against Berea, and Frankfort High, I forget the score. It was a running clock in the third quarter, though. And I'm not sure that Berea got a first down line. Wow, a nice run there.
Peevler with a big gain.
But
that's just pure quickness. He saw the hole right there, changed direction.
Yes, if Rogers hadn't hit him, I think he would have taken that to the house.
Big, strong kid.
Anyway, Berea, I don't think they had a first down the entire game, but their punter was awesome.
He clearly gets a lot of reps.
Yes, he gets a lot of practice. Prosper Buchanan, the quarterback under center, hands off to Sanford.
I have to give Buchanan credit. He's really good at disguising those plays, because that's a couple times now that I've been looking one way and the ball's gone the other. Not that I'm difficult to fool, but.
Second down and 8. A pitch.
And we really haven't seen this Mercer County team have to throw the ball yet. The one time they did, it was an interception. So looks like we're going to get a third down and just a handful here. Maybe we got about 5 yards. So this might be interesting. That said, Mercer County's been able to really pick up yards in a bunches on the ground in these kind of situations. So, and you've got Peevler back there right now. Braden Dunn not in the game.
Offset eye, and they may not get it. Yeah, they're going to get it.
That was a great job by Peevler that time to kind of juke and adjust his body and just get the ball across, I believe.
Parker may have got it, but I think he's going to spot it and give him a first down. Yes, they do.
And we've seen that from both Peevler and Dunn, that ability to kind of just read the defense in the midst of the play and find the hole.
There's a look at Jeffrey Parker there, number 18 for the Wolverines. Nice tackle there. That was Jeffrey Parker.
Alan Schultz.
Alan Schultz also in there.
The senior lineman.
Second and 10. Pitch to Peevler, and that's going nowhere.
Western Hills has picked up something now, I believe, that Mercer's been doing on these rushing plays, because now Peevler all of a sudden can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Parker is beating his man every time here lately. So
Now we were talking about we hadn't seen them go to the air, Clint. They may have to here.
There's Parker.
Bill's dropping a couple guys back.
Having a big game so far.
Yeah, huge game. And such a talented player, too. Oh.
And that ball knocked away by Jason Rogers. Nice pursuit there.
Taylor Childers with a great pursuit that time. Nearly got his man, but that was enough to really throw Buchanan off. And I still don't think Buchanan's completed a pass tonight. And again, a dangerous pass.
In fact, if Rogers had been looking for the ball, he would have had an interception. Instead, he was looking at the receiver to make the tackle because it was coming right at him.
Yeah, he was just giving the Buchanan the benefit of the doubt for making a better pass.
So they will punt it away here, and that was
nearly
almost
got
blocked.
a fingertip to it.
And they're going to let them. Rogers is going to let them down it. So that was a good series there for the Wolverines here in the second quarter. Let's look at this here. That could have been a running into the kicker call, but
now we're seeing Braden Dunn come back out, but he's playing on the defensive end. Number 28 there, kind of lining up in that linebacker position.
yeah, I wonder what the deal is on that. I mean, I didn't see him get injured, and maybe they wanted to give Peevler some action back there to see how well he would do. Or
Peevler had a couple of nice runs, but then Western Hills really shutting him down. I would think you'll probably see Dunn come back out there in offense next series.
Engler hands off to Rogers, and there's just nothing there.
Yeah, that Mercer County line is really kind of dominating proceedings out there. Western Hills getting no time to operate. Engler being rushed, and rushers can't even get past the line because the line's just being pushed back enough that they've got nowhere to go. Great job by the Titans.
A quick pass might be a good idea here, maybe.
Yeah, but you've got to make it quick, and that's been their problem.
Parker goes downfield, and they throw it to him.
That was a good look by Engler that time.
He catches it. So that's a pickup of about 10. They lost 2 yards on the previous
That was
play.
a nice pass, too. And I think if they had to call that one again, if they had the benefit of replay down there, that might have been ruled an incomplete. But
Well, there's no replay in high school football, so that's good.
well, they just haven't caught up to the technology of the Cable 10 crew.
That's right.
All our cameramen out there doing a great job, as we've come to expect. But we never take for granted.
Engler keeps it, and he does get the first down, we think. I thought he got it earlier. They didn't give it to him, but
And I think it's just getting positive yards right now and giving this Mercer County defense something to think about, because it's all been too easy for them so far.
well, there's less than 3 minutes now left in the first half, so they're going to have to come down here and score if they can. That would be, it's nice to move the ball, but the object is to get points on the board.
Yeah, and you're turning over the ball to start the second half too, so that's something you have to think about. Looked like.
It's another
Yeah, if they can
delayed
take a look
handoff,
at that, I believe Engler was really towing the line of being in that neutral zone again, and he was the one that got around the end and made the tackle. That was really close.
That play just took too long.
I mean, they may say he got back in time, but his it makes it more impressive that he got there to make the tackle, because that step back just killed his momentum. The snap was right as he was leaning backward.
This time they fake it and they give it to Parker. Stiff arm, but he doesn't get much beyond that.
That's a good move by Parker, nearly got free.
Number 11, Caden Devine in the tackle.
And we're going to have a timeout. Mercer County is going to call it.
Timeout on the board.
We'll take it with them.
Furious.
We'll be back in about 30 seconds here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Traditional Bank. If you're looking for a financial partner who's going to match your passion and take you and your business across the goal line, Traditional Bank is for you. Locally owned, community-driven, and trusted since 1902. Make the switch to better banking. Traditional Bank. Member FDIC.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Jake Bonta for Jailer. Experience, leadership, responsible retention, and rehabilitation with over 19 years of law enforcement experience. Vote to keep Jake Bonta as your Franklin County Jailer. Paid for by Jake Bonta for Jailer.
Welcome back to Western Hills High School. Clint Goins, John Piesheimer, and the Cable 10 crew here to bring you the high school football game of the week, as we always do on Fridays in the fall. Providing there is football in 2020, you never know.
We've gotten pretty lucky the last 3 weeks. Last weekend's game was delayed for a day, but once we got there, it was quite a game between Franklin County and Central, and we got an interesting game on our hands tonight, a little closer maybe than we anticipated.
Yes.
Western Hills really hanging around, and I think that's on the strength of their defense.
Yes, I am pleasantly surprised, quite frankly, hoping it continues. Engler gets out of that one, gets out of bounds. Did a lot of running, but I don't think he picked up any yardage. That's going to bring up 4th down.
We've talked about it before, though, Clint. Dylan Engler, again, just it's easy to get to him, but it's hard to zero in and take him down. He does a good job of evading tackles back there and making wise decisions.
So Rogers will punt it away. The Titans will have a minute and a half to try to get some more points on the board. Western Hills finally gets enough players on the field. They have another guy in motion. That's Gage Hill out there, and Gage is the one that makes the tackle.
Another really nice looking punt there by Rogers. Or excuse me, yeah, Jason Rogers.
No, it was Hill, number 5.
No, the punt.
Oh, the punt. Yes, the punt was a nice punt, yes.
And a good tackle, too.
That was a great job and nice show of sportsmanship by helping his opponent up off the turf. Trosper Buchanan in shotgun formation. He hands off the Peeler, and he's going to get about 5 yards upfield. The clock will continue to run. The Titans still have 2 timeouts.
And for Western Hills, you look at this first half, and yes, you could have played better, but you see the pass play there. Nice hit.
That's broken up. It's a nice. I think that was that Youngblood. Yeah, Youngblood. He read that very well and delivered a nice clean hit. Here's another look at it. Boom. He got there shortly after the ball did.
And that kind of goes into what I was saying, Clint, for Western Hills, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They've just really stepped up and kept him in this game, and they're going to the air, and he's wide open that time. That's
sure
why I
is.
should have held on to that point.
And there you go. He had one player to shake, and he does.
As I was formulating the sentence in my mind that Western Hills had done a great job keeping Mercer County at bay, throwing the ball, they just completely lose coverage on
that
this.
double pump, and Wolverines bit, and that's Aaron Caton. He's a junior. Shakes off his defender.
One man to beat, and that man didn't even touch him.
Well, he touched him, but that was about it.
And the momentum was carrying the defender the wrong direction that time.
This time the PAT is good, so now he's 17 of 21. And the Titans are up 13-0.
The hard thing about that, Clint, we're 52 seconds away from Mercer County getting the ball back. So
yeah, well, the thing is that I'm concerned that Western Hills going into halftime, you know, if they get deflated, things could go downhill fast.
yeah, and we saw that a couple of weeks ago against Great Crossing. They were pretty game the first half, really asserting themselves on the line. They were driving the ball down really well. A couple times they had 1 3 and out from the 10-yard line, and that one came back to bite them, I think, from a momentum perspective, because touchdown right before halftime for Great Crossing, and then to start the second half, wheels just came off for Western Hills, turned the ball over a couple times. Great Crossing with a couple of big plays, and that was that.
There we saw a couple of Mercer County fans. Just about a half-hour drive north for those folks to get up here and support their team. And Western Hills
Running the wrong direction.
That was Gage Hill. He's still running on his feet. Gets it up past the 40, but they had a problem 2 weeks ago with holding on to the football.
Yeah, it was a good job by Gage Hill that time, making some guys miss, making the best of a bad situation, and ended up getting some yardage out of it. And 42 seconds left, not time to do a lot, but at least you've got some hope of putting some points on the board.
They've got 3 timeouts, so, you know, there's a chance.
But again, that will more than likely involve having to throw the ball, and Mercer County's been really, really hard to beat through the air tonight.
They give it to Rogers, and he stays in bounds, and he's shy of the first down. The clock runs, and
they'll have to burn another one.
We have a timeout right here. So
and these have been the plays that Western Hills has been able to execute well. And nice little gain on that time. We just couldn't get there.
Short pass. Those are very hard to pick off. And he had some running room ahead of him.
But look, the field flips anyway. You're giving up the ball at the end of the half. If you get a couple more plays of positive yardage, and then you get yourself in position where you can take a shot downfield, and you really never know what happens. Ball gets tipped up a couple times, and I mean, imagine the momentum swing if all of a sudden you're going in and having cut this lead in half after really having the wind taken out of your sails with that touchdown pass you gave up just about a minute ago.
And you may want to remember that if you order your pizza from Pizza Inn right about now, you could probably have it delivered before the second half starts.
What I think they have to do is get a microwave in the Cable 10 truck, just so halftime I can go down there, because we still got plenty of pizza there.
We do have. They brought us 5 pies tonight. Pizza Inn. They've been taking care of our first responders, and their dining room is open.
Yeah, let's take a look at this here.
It could be, let's see here.
I mean, if that's a personal foul, that puts you in huge.
That's dangerously close to a backwards pass, which would be a fumble. But
and
it's
you can
not
see that,
called
and you can see that, I believe that was number 7. That was Bryce Walton, who's kind of their star player on defense. He got 55 tackles on the season, including 4 sacks. It makes that up with me thanking you for providing me with that stat.
All right, 3rd and 3. They hand it to Parker, trying to get around the edge, and he does. So he'll get the first down. We'll get a timeout from Coach Miller, I imagine.
Yeah, they have to stop the clock to move the sticks, so.
They do. Maybe they won't get a timeout. Yes, they will get a timeout. Here's another look at it. Parker, a little extra effort here because he didn't have it when he got hit that first time. So he busts through that tackle and gets the first down for his team.
And now you're in a position where you can take a shot.
Yeah. 16 seconds. I don't know that Engler has got that strong of an arm, but maybe he could get it close at least. Or maybe, you know, if you can get a 30-yard pass connection, that's only going to take about 8 seconds, and that gives you enough time to throw the ball once or twice.
Now, is that qualify as a supermoon? I haven't really looked at
I don't know, but I do know that this is the first full moon we've had on Halloween since 2001, I believe.
Wow.
And the first full moon in all time zones since 1944. That's a little bit of, I'm a weather nut. I should have been a meteorologist. I missed my calling. I like to talk a lot, so, you know, I could have done it. I could have been a Bill Mack or something. But anyway, that's a nice shot. What are you looking at? Moon there. Don't forget, folks, to set your clocks back an hour tomorrow night before you go to bed.
Wolverines want to set their clock back about 2 minutes on the clock.
Let's see what the Wolverines have got dialed up here. They give it to Rogers, and he's going to throw it. And wide open. Oh, but he can't stay on his feet.
They have a timeout left in bank, though. And this is a much more.
This is a doable. That was an excellent play call. I don't know who did that, who's responsible for that, but kudos for that play call.
And on those deep balls, we've seen Rogers has a little bit more velocity in those throws.
And that was a good block, too. I don't know if that was, I think that may have been Fields. It was 40-something.
Yeah, it seemed like Engler that time was maybe too eager to get the ball and either get out of bounds or get up the field. And he just kind of,
he saw that touchdown, like, oh, man, there's nobody in front of me if I can just stay on my feet. But he couldn't do it.
That's still.
He would have helped, though, if he'd have fallen out of bounds.
Well,
they might have been able to have 2 shots at the end zone from here. But, you know, ball's on the 28-yard line. The most important thing you don't want to do here is throw an interception and have them run it all the way back. That would be a backbreaker.
I guess that's the benefit of having a lot of two-way players is they're able to kind of switch mindsets quickly.
And we see that Mercer County has switched their defense to a 3-5 now, which the radio guys said they might do if the other team started to pass the ball a lot. They put it up there, but it's knocked down, but they still have time to throw another one. I thought he had a better chance of hitting Rogers over on the right side than he did McGahee in the middle. And it was underthrown.
And I think he very well may have been aiming for Rogers and just didn't get enough air on the ball.
Maybe so. Maybe so. I don't know if they have a play design for this, but I think this might be a good time to throw a pass where you have all 3 of your receivers in the same place, but about staggered 3 or 4 yards from one another. So if it is underthrown or is tipped in the air, there's somebody there that might could catch it.
Just wonder if that Mercer County rush is really keeping them from being able to do that.
It's up there, but so that time he overthrows his receiver and is intercepted, but the half ends Mercer County will get the ball when we come back for the second half. But stay with us. We'll have highlights of the first half when we return here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Classic Gold Master Jewelers has an amazing selection of jewelry that anyone will love. Classic Gold also provides custom services like pearl restringing, engraving, watch repair, ring resizing, and custom designs. Classic Gold Master Jewelers, 859 East Main Street.
The Game of the Week halftime show is brought to you by Classic Gold. Art carved class rings are available at Classic Gold Master Jewelers, 859 East Main Street.
Hey, we'll do the highlights after we see the Western Hills dance team perform.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wolverine Dance Team.
And that, folks, was the Wolverine dance team. And now we will take a look at some of the first half highlights here tonight. There's the full moon, Don Miller. And, I forgot to mention that the cheerleaders, since it's Halloween weekend, they have all dressed up in different things. We saw a pink swan there, a couple of Winnie the Poohs and Eeyore.
Some big defensive plays for Western Hills here to start out.
Right there. The interception, and there's a nice tackle by Fields.
And really, despite giving up that first touchdown, they had been playing really well.
Their defense has played well.
Yeah.
Had you told me that the score would be 13-0 at halftime, before this game started, I said, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I think anybody wearing Greenwood tonight, and really, though, it could have been 6-0, and they've just been doing a great job. Western Hills have been stopping any kind of passing attack Mercer County had. We saw some great punting from number 4 Rogers there, and really helping them control the field. That was a big hit by Gage Hill.
Yeah, and a lot of it's the Western Hills defense. A lot of different guys have stepped up and played.
But here's the one that kills you, 3rd down, and you kept them really under wraps for most of the first half, and then that one big hitter, and that there's so much of a resemblance to what we saw against Great Crossing. There was that one touchdown pass that they had in the second quarter that kind of broke things open, and from there, it was just almost how many points are they going to win by?
The big test is going to be how does Western Hills respond when they come out for the second half kickoff. We'll take a break, and we'll see you just a little bit later here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Hello, my name is Greg with the State Tree Service, the name you know and trust.
Over the past 60 years, the State Tree Service has become a name people know and trust in Central Kentucky. From tree removal, pruning, and stump grinding to debris cleanup, we are always available with our 24/7 emergency services. A State Tree Service is licensed and insured, and our mission is to provide safe, quality tree care at a fair rate. Give us a call at 502-229-5258 or go online for a free quote.
The Family Dental Center is open and serving Frankfort's patients in a safe working environment, following all CDC recommended safety guidelines. You can save 15% on implants today by taking part in the Dental Implant Contribution Plan to help make your care as affordable as possible. Visit tv.frankfortimplants.com for more information. If you have any questions, call 502-829-7541. Family Dental Center, here to serve you.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Estate Tree Service. We have a solution for all your tree care needs. Estate Tree Service provides expert tree care and preservation. Call 502-229-5258 for a free estimate.
Game of the Week is sponsored by Tommy Haynes for Mayor. Tommy Haynes leads by example, having served our country and his community in a wide variety of roles. As a former high school coach, Tommy is passionate about empowering and encouraging Frankfort's youth to be community leaders as well. Vote for positive change with Tommy Haynes on November 3rd.
Does your phone keep ringing and ringing, but you won't answer it because you know who's on the other line? Credit card calls, foreclosures, medical costs. If you're struggling to keep up with your debt, you may qualify for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Who better to turn to than a local law group serving Frankfort and the surrounding counties? The Howard Law Group.
Hi, I'm Doug Howard, and I'm here to help. Visit me at 213 St. Clair Street in Frankfort, or visit my website at howardlawgroup.com. Life demands simple.
Welcome to Candy's Closet. I'm Candy, and I'd like to invite you to come shop here at Candy's Closet. We have name brand items up to 80% off retail. We feature men's and women's clothing, shoes, purses, jewelry, and accessories. We're located at 706 East Main. Turn on Aspen Drive. See you soon.
Want a deal that's super sweet? Candy's prices just can't be beat. Shop at Candy's.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Family Dental Center, serving Frankfort for over 30 years with over 100 years of experience. Call us today for your next appointment at 791-8950. Family Dental Center, let us make you smile.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Anna Marie Rosen for City Commission. Anna Marie Rosen is running for Frankfort City Commission to advocate for you. She will work to increase transparency and honesty in our city government. Vote for Anna Marie Rosen starting now through November 3rd. Paid for by Anna Marie Rosen for City Commission, a proven advocate for Frankfort. Looking for trendy clothes on a budget? Come to the Clothes Closet, where our prices are sure to make you dance. We sell a wide variety of new or like-new clothing for kids, women, and men, as well as accessories, furniture, toys, and home decor. Everything in the store is in season and in excellent condition. To bring consignment items in, please call for an appointment. Come by and see us at 676 Comanche Trail and dance your way to some unbeatable prices here at the Clothes Closet. Why pay the difference if you can't tell the difference?
Come to Pizza Inn and check out the brand new Right Way Buffet. The same pizza and flavors you know and love with added safety in mind. And if you feel more comfortable sitting outside, we've also added outdoor seating for your comfort in the shade. Inside or outside, we're working hard to keep your family safe while you enjoy some of our great unlimited pizza, salads, and desserts. So come enjoy our outdoor seating. Pizza Inn, your buffet's waiting.
Welcome back to Western Hills. 13-0 your score. The Mercer County Titans on top of the Western Hills Wolverines as we get ready to start the second half here. And while we've got a second, we definitely want to give a shout out to our good friends at Pizza Inn providing us with pizza tonight. It's something that we've been very fortunate and very thankful to have here at the Game of the Week every single week that we've done it so far this season. And it's always easy to get the crew to come out willingly with smiles on their faces when they know they've got pizza, and we just really want to thank them. We want to thank them for all the work they've done, providing meals to first responders and everyone having to deal with COVID situation and first responders for emergencies and everything. And want to just really give them our appreciation here from the Cable 10 Game of the Week for keeping us fed all season long. We get ready to start this one. Western Hills is going to be kicking off. Had a shot at the end zone to close out the first half and really just couldn't get enough air under the ball. There's an interception, but that was right at the buzzer, and 13-0 your score. Western Hills with quite a hill to climb in the metaphorical sense here as they kick the ball off. But their defense has shown the ability to really keep this Mercer County offense under wraps. It's just, again, with Western Hills, it's just that one big play that kills you, and we'll see if they can respond any better tonight than they did a couple weeks ago against Great Crossing in a similar situation. That's a nice tackle off the kickoff that time, and I believe that was Rogers in on the hit. We'll take a look at it here. That was Peevler getting the ball, and I think he saw a hole and actually just kind of slipped. Mercer County will start off on their own 34 here, and Western Hills, we've seen before their ability to pin Mercer County back on defense, and Buchanan, I think he only completed one pass in the first half, but it was a big one, a big gain for a touchdown right at the end, about 1.5 minutes left in the first half. He's got 3 touchdown passes on the season so far this year with a couple interceptions. Western Hills shifting at the line there. And that's a handoff, another sneaky little handoff, and getting a few yards, not much there, is Wyatt Sanford. And Western Hills has done a good job of picking up those disguised running plays so far in this game. And again, the defensive line for Western Hills really performing well. We've seen them perform well in all 3 times that we've had the privilege of watching this Wolverine team this season. And I think with Western Hills, too, a lot of it is momentum, and they have a lot of younger players out there, and that will kind of get in your head when you have something like that happen, and it'll be interesting to see how they respond. Here's a play up in the air, and I think that was, I don't think he was ever getting to that. Are they going to throw a flag there? Yeah, that's, I don't know about that. Taking a look at it, and I don't think Coach Don Miller there knows much about it either. He's not really happy with this call. It'll really, I take what I think was a well-defended play that time, and I don't think that was a ball that I would classify as catchable, but I'm going to push him back. Let's take a look at this again. Very similar play to the one that they scored on in the first half, and that's what got him right there, just a little bit of a pull of a jersey, and I rescind my statement. That was a good call. Good catch. I don't know if that would have made the difference on catching that ball or not, but you can't do that. And there, right after that, is a big gain, still carrying defenders, and that's Braden Dunn, number 28. We mentioned it in the first half. He is their big weapon on offense. Multi-tool player, 98 yards, and 98 yards rushing, 38 yards receiving, but it's easy to pick up 98 yards in a game when things like this, look at that. Yeah, that'll help you get through the line there. I don't think you can do that, but referee didn't see it, so unfortunately they don't have the benefit of having all these great cameras that we have here at the plant board. That time, a nice hit in the backfield that time. That was number 73, Britton Franklin, coming through, and good response there to the setback of 2 really momentum-killing plays. Britton Franklin that time, just nobody got a body on him and hit for a big loss that time. And rejoining us after a little sabbatical is Mr. Clint Goins.
Hello, everyone. I heard, boy, I'm out of breath.
I can give you a second. I can keep going.
For those you don't know, there's a lot of steps going up to the Western Hills press box.
Get a little Art Bell vibe to you right now.
Saw that pizza I had before the game.
Well, I mean, that's what they're here for, and we really appreciate that they're here.
We do.
I mean, that's my, you know, we do get paid here, but that's one of the perks, you know. I like that Buffalo perks. I like that Buffalo chicken pizza too. It's, you know, radio, the currency is free T-shirts, and television, it's free pizza.
There's Dunn. I think he's going to get the first down.
And that would be job done. Yeah. Nice little hurdle over the line that time, and covering well from getting hit in the backfield a couple of plays ago, and he's had a big game so far, and he's had a couple drives out in the first half, but back with a vengeance now.
The Wolverines need to bow their back here and keep the Titans out of the end zone.
That was a handoff to Wyatt Sanford. Nice hit by a gentleman whose name
Clay Woodson.
if I looked at the right roster, I'd probably have his name. And
Clay
we've called
Woodson,
his name enough tonight that I should remember it.
Yeah.
A lot of big guys on that line for Mercer County.
Clay Woodson, the junior. They'll have him back next year. They'll have Jacob Fields back next year as pretty strong linebackers, I think.
I believe Engler comes back as well. He may be just he's a junior. So a lot of promise for Western Hills moving forward.
Yeah, they're going to lose Parker. They're going to lose Rogers. There's a couple of their senior playmakers. They're going to lose Schultz. He's an important part of the line.
But they've got guys like number 73, who you just saw there, Britton Franklin, had a big tackle a few plays ago, who's only a sophomore.
Oh, that was a nice fake there.
And that is the first time we really see that disguised handoff burn Western Hills.
Yep, he faked the pitch and hands it off to Dunn, and he takes it in. So.
And you think about this drive for Western Hills, you had a third down situation, and then you get that pass interference call, and then right after that, give up the big gain, and here we are, it's 19-0, and I don't want to say it's out of reach, but the way this Western Hills offense has been unable to move the ball, we've got a fake here, and he's got nowhere to go with it.
Busted play, and Wolverines finally finish him off as Jaden Youngblood finally with the tackle. So, yeah, I guess maybe the snap was too high, or because I don't think it was a designed fake. I don't think. Let's see here. Yeah, he bobbled it. He bobbled it and never got it down.
Let's take a look at the hit here, too, because Youngblood came off holding his head. He may have taken a shot there. It looked like maybe he got a knee to the jaw or something. Yeah.
I don't know. All right. It's 19-0, and we're going to take a quick break right here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
The people of Frankfort are ready for growth in our community. We need strong leaders who can help bring real changes to our city. Kyle Thompson is ready for the challenge. He's a strong supporter of law enforcement and wants to provide proper funding for our police and emergency services to reduce crime rates. Kyle also plans to work in cooperation with the county to revitalize our parks. It is important to provide for the well-being of all of our Frankfort families. Kyle is ready to take on all of this and more. Make your voice heard and vote Kyle Thompson for City Commission.
Noah Davis kicks off, kicks out of bounds. The Wolverines will get the ball at the 35 as a flag comes out of the White Hats' pocket. Because when a kickoff goes out of bounds, they throw penalty flags. Now they used to, and I assume they still do. I'm not really sure because no one ever makes them do it, but they used to have the option of taking the ball at the 35 or assessing, I think, a 5-yard penalty and making them kick it over. But
I think probably maybe for safety for the players, because that is.
Yeah, that's one of the high impact plays are kickoffs, and in fact they had that one league.
The XFL.
Was it the XFL that got rid of it? Or they,
oh no, the XFL was the one that was not going to allow fair catches.
Yeah, just the other way. But there was another league that where there were no kickoffs. You got the ball at the 25.
Oh,
and that was just it.
Well, maybe it's
which kind of takes some of the excitement out of the game to me, but.
You understand now why they do it. Those are really high impact, high speed plays, and those are the ones that you typically see guys get hurt and hurt badly as far as concussions go.
At the professional level, you've got really fast, really big, strong guys hitting each other, going full speed.
Engler going
puts
for
it up,
here.
Throws it short. It's going to be intercepted, I believe.
And this is what Western Hills, if you watch them all season, you're afraid of happening.
That's Thaddeus Mays, the sophomore. We've called his name before. Yeah, a lot of the passes are just underthrown.
Yeah, and there again, you know, it's like we're watching a replay of a couple weeks ago, giving up a touchdown right out of halftime and then turning the ball right over. The Titans now have decent field position.
Yeah, I'm just afraid that they're, you know, if Mercer County scores again here quickly, then
could get ugly.
Yeah. But I'm hoping the Wolverines can stop them and get the ball back.
And they're hit at the line. And you've seen, in Western Hills, give them credit. They have at no point quit playing hard. Even in the games that we've seen where they've kind of taken a little bit of a beating, they will not quit. You know, a lot of that is credit to Coach Don Miller, who's not going to let his kids get their heads down. But it's just a tough turnaround here. If they can get a stop here, you're still in the game. You still got something to kind of claw at and shoot for. But if Mercer County scores right here, it might just be a matter of, again, how many are they going to score?
That handoff goes to Sanford. He's going to get a couple. That'll bring up about a 3rd and 6, I think, maybe. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
As you mentioned, Clint, Western Hills, as far as the schedule says, will be playing that makeup game against DeSales, who was supposed to be here a couple weeks ago, and were not able to make the trip. And Great Crossing was a team that stepped up and filled the space, and just, you know, it was good for both teams to get a game. But
yeah,
Fields is kind of shaken up here.
That was Peavor on the carry. They bring up 4th and 2, and here is the injury. We think right about, I think his own player.
Yeah, May just kind of, yeah, that's could be anything. You could bruise the hip. You could have
I think maybe it may have been holding his wrist. Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah,
one of the two. But Mercer County is going to go for it down here in no man's land.
Out of the shotgun too. They're going to air it out. But you never know with this team.
Yes.
Big
good
hit.
read there. Gage Hill in there with the tackle. And that's
Great
good to
job.
see. The Wolverines stepped up and they stopped the Titans, and they can get the ball back. They didn't just roll over. So
Yeah,
good
nice
job,
tackle
Wolverines.
there by Gage Hill, and like you said, Clint, good read by the defense. And now, you know, you haven't really been able to get anything started on offense, but you know, you're still in this game, and it's just a matter of finding the weakness in this Mercer County defense, and we really haven't seen one so far. That's been kind of the problem, but just takes one big play and one missed assignment for the momentum to completely swing. And they haven't really given Mercer County anything to like think about and stress over, and that's not the way you want to do it.
Nope, and they're going to lose the ball. And not only that, Mercer County takes it down to the
brutal.
6.
And Jason Rogers that time is probably the only reason that Mercer County didn't put 6 on the board.
Yeah.
And I think that was just a little bit of confusion between Engler and Rogers, or Engler and his center that time. It looked like he wasn't ready for the snap yet. And that is just if you're that Western Hills defense, after you've dug deep, and I know a lot of those players are playing both ways, but after you've dug deep and gotten a big stop on 4th down, and then just to have all that undone in one play.
In one play, yes, it's back-breaking. Back-breaking.
Clint, you let me know if you want that hot chocolate I got you.
I appreciate that.
It's still over here. It's still. I don't know if hot still would be an adjective I would use for it. Maybe tepid.
Tepid. That's okay. I'm sucking down a diet, highly caffeinated soft drink at the moment. Wolverines keep them out of the end zone.
We saw Peevler break open a couple of runs in the first half, and since then, Western Hills has done a pretty good job of keeping him under wraps.
Schultz doing a good job fighting off his block, sliding over there, and I think it was Jacob Fields also maybe in there. 3rd and goal from the 1, and
looked like a
did Buchanan get in?
Yep.
So Buchanan out with the keeper, gets in and scores. They may go for 2 here. 25 to nothing.
He just pushes the pile that time, and ball definitely broke the plane.
I think they're going to go for 2. I think I say that now. He comes out of the game. Nope, they're bringing on the kicker Davis. He didn't get a chance to kick it last time as the snap was bobbled. He puts that one through. 26-0.
Youngblood did a good job getting through the line that time. Almost got through to block it.
We'll come back with a kickoff right after this on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
This bed's too hard. This bed's too soft. This bed's just right.
Because he bought his mattress at Pierre's Furniture and Mattress Shop. We offer free delivery and setup and free removal of your old bedding.
Come check out our new store. It's just right.
I'd like to invite you in to Pierre's Furniture at this time during our moving sale where the prices are just right.
Pierre's Furniture, they're moving. We thank them for their sponsorship as well as our other sponsors. We thank Pizza Inn for the pizza. We thank you for watching. Davis kicks off. I think that's Parker with the ball. Goes up the middle. Still on his feet, taken down at about the 35. And he's got to keep his cool here because this is, you know.
And I know he's frustrated. I mean, he's had quite a game as we see our executive
our
director
illustrious
there,
leader, David Columbia,
having to pull double duty. And
yes, running end zone camera and taking care of cable issues.
He's really a 5-tool player.
We are told that he single-handedly fixed the internet tonight. There was a vicious attack from the Russian government, and Deco, as I like to call him, stepped up and took care of it.
I feel almost guilty for our having that kind of skill on.
Well, we're just glad
on the Cable 10 Game of the Week, you know.
We're just glad he's on our side.
Exactly.
Well, Western Hills offense moving backwards now. This is looking dangerously familiar.
Well, I think a big morale boost right now for Western Hills. Just, it's hard to see right now with the way the momentum in this game's going, how they score, and you can tell concentration's starting to lapse a little bit, and you're still a young team.
And they are either going to call a timeout or be flagged. I think Youngblood went in motion, and that was basically the clue that maybe half the offense didn't really know what the play was. So, Coach Miller calls timeout. We'll take it with them. This is the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is sponsored by Apex Small Engine Repair, located on the east side of Frankfort at 859 East Main Street, Suite 3A. Apex services most gas-powered engines, push mowers, riding mowers, and zero-turn mowers, as well as handheld equipment. Home of the 3-pull rule: if your equipment doesn't start after 3 pulls, you better call Apex. 502-545-4053.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfort families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all of your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service, or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com.
I just saw an ad for Apex Small Engine Repair, and the owner is Mike Mays. Mike Mays worked on my mowers for years. He no longer works on my mowers because I don't mow my own grass anymore.
Wow.
When you're retired and you figure out that you can afford to get a neighbor kid to do it for you, that's what you do. So,
how much are the neighbor kids charging these days?
I really can't divulge that.
Is that proprietary information? They make you sign an NDA?
Well, you know, I mean, I just want to make sure he doesn't get taxed. But anyway, no, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's, you know, it's worth it. It's worth it to me.
Well, that's why he lists those donations as you just have to list those donations as donations to a college fund.
Well, yeah. Oh, nice pass.
Finally, they hit a downfield ball, and Raj's got room to run here.
He gets it down to the 20.
And that is huge from a just sheer morale.
Oh, yes.
And will to fight perspective for Western Hills.
That's a well-thrown ball, too.
And they got into the play quickly.
Yes, that's what I mentioned earlier. They needed to throw the ball, you know, a quick pass, a short pass maybe. Not that was a short pass, but it wasn't a real long pass.
And having the ability to do that pushes that defense back just a little bit on those plays. They have to start thinking about it, and maybe now your run game can start to open up a little bit.
And if they can get on the board, you know, if they can get a touchdown here, then, you know, it's you're down by almost 4 touchdowns, but if you get a score here, and maybe a 2-point conversion.
We saw that play right there, that just simple handoff and straight up the middle for Fields. We saw that work a couple times early on in this game. Nothing doing now. That's got to be tough, mowing yards too, as far as a tax perspective, because like you used to be able to write off. Well, can you write off mileage and gas if you run a mowing business? Because gas is typically that's one for the accountants out there, because you usually have to pick.
Yeah, I don't know. My lawnmower lives right across the street, and this is how I can't do it.
Oh, nice
my
catch.
wife does it. Yes, who was that on that?
That was number 38, Perrin Witt, the senior.
He's a senior. I think it's the first time we've called his name tonight. But my wife pays him via one of those, phone app things. Fiverr or something. I don't know.
Venmo?
Not Fiverr. No, it's
Square.
Venmo. That's what
Someone's
it is. Thank you, Doug
screaming
Crow.
this.
Venmo. So.
All right, third down and just a couple yards here. English got room. He's going to pick up the first down. Nearly got that crucial miss to get in the end zone, but
that'll bring up
more positive
6
yardage.
Goal to go.
And Don Miller's going to be happy to see his team respond like this to adversity. We really didn't see it last week or a couple weeks ago when we saw this team last.
Right.
And you're kind of taking it on the chin right now. And get on the scoreboard now after everything that's happened would be kind of a moral victory in and of itself.
They hand it off to Fields, but he's going to get maybe a yard.
Yeah, that hole nearly stayed open, and that would have been 6, but a lot of big players, as I mentioned earlier, on that Mercer County line, and making the shift over to stop, and Fields is down, and that is the last thing you want to see.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks like they're holding him as a cramp, but cramping in this weather? I mean, it is.
Let's take a look at it again. It may have been just like one of those kind of muscle injuries where somebody gets on top of you. It's hard to see really what happens, and
you can still pull a muscle by trying to fight through that.
Yeah, and sometimes somebody hits you the wrong way right on top of the muscle, and it'll just hurt like everything. And
he tries to get up, and I think the trainer says, "Nope, stay down there." And now he's going to get up anyway. Okay, so he's going to hobble off the field, but they're going to miss him in the lineup.
Looks like he can put weight on it, which is good to see.
Yeah.
Well, clearly in a lot of pain. He's a tough kid.
Oh, missed block there. Let's see if Rogers can make chicken salad, and he can.
Nice job. That's a big score for Western Hills.
Somebody on the right side missed their block, but Rogers takes it the other direction. Let's see.
And it's one of those, Rogers kind of just kept cutting back and kept coming back and finally found some daylight.
We were fortunate, too, that wasn't called a block in the back, because you can see the block over here, and
that's a good catch.
That easily could have been coming back, but the officials maybe are being kind to the Wolverines a little bit.
Just a nice run by Rogers, and you've got a couple players on Western Hills offense that have that ability to make athletic plays like that, and Mercer County so far has done a good job of wrapping those up, but a lot shorter field, and it gets more difficult to do that.
Well, we have a number 66 attempting the PAT. It's blocked, and I don't have a 66 on my roster, I don't think.
I think the block, he managed to get hurt in the process.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh, it took a hit on the foot, and that's a painful one.
Yeah.
Looks like maybe he might have caught in a cleat or caught a player right on the top of the foot.
All right, we're going to step aside just for a second. Stay with us on the Game of the Week.
At Ideal Roofing, we respect social distancing, so we're offering no contact needed service. Simply call Ideal Roofing and we'll send a free photo report so your assessment can be handled safely and conveniently. Make the ideal choice. Ideal Roofing.
We have been informed that 66 is TJ Walker for Western Hills, and we hope he's okay. Especially for an injury like that to a kicker is really not a good thing.
Is that portrayed by William Shatner? No, it's TJ Hooker.
Yes.
Okay. You didn't think I was old enough to know that reference, did you?
No, I didn't actually.
So we see our guys Zach and Todd up there braving the elements.
He is the irregular place kicker. Apparently, that's what he's listed as. But he wears number 28.
I think I should take that spare cup of hot chocolate up there to them. Well, then let them split it. I don't know if that's kosher in COVID times, but
yeah, I don't know.
As Rogers having scored the touchdown, now
He's
gets
gonna
to
kick off.
put his foot through the ball. And it's one of the fun things about 1A through 3A teams. You get guys having to carry triple duty.
That is.
You know, he's a great punter.
He is. That may have been designed that way to, that's kind of like an onside kick, only it's up in the air. Maybe number 34, Noah Davis called for the fair catch, does it? Yes, he does. So
I think you're giving him
that's a smart move.
You're giving him a lot of the benefit of the doubt there.
That's a smart move by Davis to call for the fair catch.
And kickers know kickers, and kickers know the kicking game.
They do. So
13 seconds left, and
here in the third quarter. So at least the Wolverines are on the board.
They're going right back to that play, and that time the bounce outside. And I think Gage Hill was afraid he was going to pick up a flag. I don't see any.
No.
I think he's appealing for that offensive pass interference, I think.
The pass came out wobbly. I don't think Buchanan had a good grip on the ball when he threw it that time.
A little discussion there between Caden Devine and Gage Hill on maybe proper offensive defensive procedure. And that time that was a nice job of.
Dunn gets, he's picking up about 5 yards every time he carries the ball. So the third quarter comes to a close. Mercer County up by 20, but Western Hills still in the game. So don't go away, folks. We'll be right back here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Here at David Tolles Auto Pro, we know if people are driving right now, it's only for the most important reasons. And if their car breaks down, we need to get it back on the road. At Auto Pro, we want you to rest assured that we're doing everything in our power to keep you safe. We follow all recommended COVID-related safety guidelines when handling your vehicle. Our lobby and facilities are completely clean and sanitized every night, and we have touchless credit card processing. We appreciate your trust in these difficult times, and we want to thank you for shopping local. If you have to take it to somebody, you can take it to us. David Tolles Auto Pro.
Welcome back. There's Don Miller and his team out there. Number 44, Jacob Fields, back in the game. We saw him come off earlier.
Yeah, good to see that.
Good to see his ailments were not too significant, and he's back on the field because they need him, quite frankly. 3rd and 5. This would be a big stop here, although I imagine Mercer County would probably treat this as 4-down territory. Buchanan drops back and gets flushed out of the pocket, but he is going to be very close to the first down.
Just a great heads-up play that time. Looking downfield, didn't see anything he liked, and heard footsteps and did a good job. I think he will pick up the first down here.
Oh man, I don't know.
That's good. Now they're moving the sticks.
Yeah, he gets just past the hash. So yeah, I guess so. The spot was accurate. So first and 10 now.
That's also big. Like you said, they're probably going either way, but a big first down that time by Mercer County and now switching the field again, and Western Hills up against it, but we've seen this Western Hills defense stand up time and time again tonight.
$26 points. If they can hold them. Oh boy, that was almost caught. Almost caught.
Gage Hill.
Caden Devine.
Celebrating that time. I think he and Caden Devine have had a little tete-a-tete on that side. And I guess you would say that's a pretty good defensive play, although I think it was maybe just out of the fingertips of the reach of Caden Devine that time.
Yeah, it may have been more of the offensive player not making.
Hey, you take him anywhere you can get him.
But that's okay. Frankfort High not playing tonight. Franklin County at North Oldham, I believe.
And this is maybe a situation, Clint, on this last play where we saw Western Hills stopping those pretty regularly in the first half, maybe just a little bit tired now. And that was Matthew Brodeur taking a handoff and taking it about 20 yards upfield.
Frankfort High actually played last night, beating Berea, but we don't know how Franklin County is doing on the road tonight. But we do know that Anderson County, our neighbors, are down by 4, 10-6, taking on Harlan County. The Black Bears of Harlan County. That's a long way.
Yeah, probably, if there are any fans of documentaries out there, probably one of the best documentaries ever made, Harlan County, USA. One of the more groundbreaking ever. You want to know why?
Why?
No narrator. It was one of the first.
One of the first.
Barbara Koppel.
Cinema Verite.
Barbara Koppel won an Academy Award for that. But just a fascinating part of Kentucky history and American history.
They go deep, and good coverage again by Gage Hill.
And he is letting him know about it every single time.
He gets pumped over there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think that ball may have been out of bounds anyway. Had he actually caught the ball, I don't think it was. Well, no, he would have been inbound. So, good job, Gage Hill.
And I think Gage Hill, it's a little bit of a pride thing on his part now, because that's a couple times those passes have burned Western Hills. So he's kind of taken it upon himself to make sure that outlet is shut down for Mercer County's offense.
He's sporting those pink socks and
goes surprisingly well with the green.
It does. The last game, I think we discussed that.
It works better in practice than on paper.
But in support of breast cancer awareness. And
we're going to get an offside here.
False start, yes. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Let's see, they say the Doug Crow, our replay guy in the truck, says the top of the screen. Yes, the number 4, the receiver, picked up his foot as if we get ready to take off, and that's enough.
I wonder if that's one of those things that maybe Don Miller was in the ear of the official about.
Could be.
It's just good coaching.
Buchanan on the run, but he escapes.
Parker that time taking a hit. He's down.
Yeah, he's a little slow getting up. He escaped, I believe, Jacob Fields. No, it wasn't Fields. It was 66.
Saw 52 Alan Schultz again, also in pursuit there, and 66 is TJ Walker.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I forgot because he's like, I'm looking for the number. Like, I don't know the music.
Do you know how close I was to saying TJ Hooker there?
How close were you, John?
I'll be thinking about that for a while now. It's a brain worm.
3rd and 11. Trosper Buchanan in the shotgun. Hands it off, and they're not going to get much. Walker is in there on the tackle.
Yeah, Taylor Childers in there as well.
They're also saying Ian Newton in there on the tackle.
Yeah, we got a player down on the field. That's number 51, Jesus Garris. Excuse me, yeah, 51, Jesus Garria. I apologize. Let's take a look at it here. And Just kind of trying to push his guy forward, and it looked like someone might have just
I think
fallen on top of him.
I think Walker came into the play strong and hit him in the kidney area.
If we get a shot of it, there's one of the coaches on the Mercer County sidelines has one of those UK jackets, I believe. It's kind of the throwback to 1992 when I was in middle school, and everybody had to have one of those starter jackets. Or there was starter, there was Apex, there was Logo Athletic. That was another one. Just the East Bay catalog come to life. So you see him right there.
Wow,
in the
they got a first down. That was a nice play done just past the marker, and Buchanan fires a bullet.
So we take a look at that. That's
there it is.
That's hype beast material right there. The old throwback. I like it.
Well, it's got the new Wildcat logo on it, though.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
I guess it's just a throwback coat. You know, it's a new design on an old design coat, maybe.
Looking slick, though.
Yeah. And the blue ties into Mercer County's colors. They're red, white, and blue.
Western Hills taking a run down.
They didn't give him the first down. I thought he got up there.
Going to the air that time, and I think that time Rogers just didn't have enough time to get onto the ball. Apologize that we're talking about old East Bay material here, and Western Hills getting the ball on downs, and you could see what Engler saw that time and just put a little bit too much air under it. But good look.
Now that I think about it, when I thought Mercer County got the first down, I think what I was looking at the stick was the first down mark, the original first down marker.
Again, though, another good stop by the Western Hills Wolverines, and that defense is really what has kept this game from being a lot uglier than the scoreboard is right now.
Nice catch there by McGahee, I think.
It was good focus that time by McGahee because he knew the hit was going to come. Bobbled it on the first, but stuck with it. Nice pickup. I believe that'll be close to a first down.
No,
that's a little bit short.
Yeah, they're going to about 3 yards shy. Clock starting to be a factor here. Western Hills has already burned one of their timeouts earlier, and there was confusion on what the play call was.
And I don't believe we've seen Fields come back in on the offensive end. Engler going to go for it again, and things are kind of opening up for them right now, and he's taking advantage. Nice pass, but the fumble, I want to say Youngblood got back onto it, but we'll have to see.
Well, he may have been ruled down, maybe.
Now they're going to give it to him. Big play on third down that time, and a gutsy play because it was a makeable third down on the ground, but going to the air, nice looking pass too, and they've really started to click on that passing game, and may have already been down.
Well, he got on he got on top of it first. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good pass, but I have a feeling that Mercer County may have some backups in their defensive secondary.
So we see lining up. It's Gabe Goodpasture, the sophomore, kind of lining up at that
ball
fullback position.
Tipped at the line.
McGahee not having the ball actually get to him that time. And that was a nice nice pressure off the edge that time by Bryce Walton. He leads the team in tackles for Mercer County.
If the Wolverines score, I imagine they would go for 2. Youngblood in motion, but Engler on the keeper gets down inside the 30.
That was a nice recognition of the pressure, and Engler did a good job because he saw that time Walton was coming. Did a great job of recognizing that and just tucking and running and getting another first down. And Western Hills in good position to make the score look a lot nicer than it could have or really should have.
Well, I'll say this. They look considerably better than they did 2 weeks ago. And they've got another district game next week, I believe, here against DeSales.
We're going to get another, I believe, neutral zone infraction there.
And this,
offsides.
You know, giving a good game to the team that is probably going to finish first in the district, since they beat Cal in overtime earlier in the season. Mercer County did. You know, that's a strong showing.
And this is the first time besides that first game against Boyle County where Mercer County really had it handed to them. Of course, Boyle County, a perennial powerhouse, but that's really the first time. This is the first time that this Mercer County team has played away from home this season.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
I think we're going to go back to the airs. Got a man. Rogers
That's
that time.
Rogers, yes.
They keep moving the ball down the field. And I think Mercer County also just kind of like keeping the play in front of them right now.
Yeah.
Not really. I think maybe that tuck and run by Engler might have been a little bit of a wake-up call, and now they're just kind of I don't want to say prevent, but
they're kind of in a prevent defense. So first and goal from the 8.
There's Engler rolling. He's
throws it
nice
up, and
ball.
Rogers with the catch.
The second touchdown for Rogers, one on the ground, one in the air. And Engler, we had talked about in the first half, he'd had trouble with some of his balls. He's thrown some really nice balls tonight. That was just perfect location.
Nice touch on that one.
And nice job by Rogers that time as well. And we'll see if your prediction is correct.
We'll see if they're going to go for 2. I believe they are. Engler is still in there.
You know, 2 timeouts.
Good pastors in there to block for him.
It's not an eternity left on the clock. Oh, that was a nice look that time.
Intercepted.
Yeah, he had wide open. He had McGahee, and that was a good job that time by number 11 for Mercer County. That's Caden Devine. He's had a couple of nice receptions on that right side. And also, I mean, this is just a great catch in general. We'll see it here as we're kind of getting a look at the drive here. And
yes.
Western Hills really showing a lot of grit right now and staying in this game. And
Engler and Rogers connecting here on a couple of pass plays.
Yeah, that's just a great pass.
But the 2-point conversion fails, intercepted. We'll step aside briefly. We'll be right back here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
I'm Dr. Jenny Millen. I'm owner and chiropractor at Triple Crown Chiropractic and Wellness. I started this practice in 2010, and Traditional Bank is the 4th bank I've tried. After switching, I feel like I'm home. I'm from a small town, and that hometown feel of knowing that they care about where you are now and where you are going in the future, that is a win-win for me.
Jason Rogers going to kick off here again for the Wolverines. There's Don Miller, coach of Western Hills.
And you never want to lose, and you never want to put a nice face on a loss, but I feel like he'll feel a lot better about the way his team responded tonight as opposed to the way we've seen them respond before. They've kind of kept their heads up. They've kept their wits about them. Yep. Never stop fighting, and even if this doesn't end up the way you want to, you know, you really you didn't let the adversity get the best of you tonight, and that's something that you can build on. And apparently you cannot build on whatever surface that tee is made of.
Well, it doesn't appear like it's too windy out there, but it may be. We don't have any flags around, but the trees don't look like they're moving. And
if you can see the trees, you're doing better than I am.
But maybe it'll stay on there this time for him. We'll see.
He is putting a little bit of English on it. I don't think he got the 10 yards, did he?
No,
or they may have
touched it first.
Yeah, well, they may have been offside, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right there on the bottom, I believe that was that may have been Youngblood down there.
It was Youngblood. It made the 10 yards. It's right there on the line, the 50.
No, that is one where they're required to kick it again.
Because they're offsides, yes. I don't think they have the option.
Because technically Mercer County doesn't have possession yet.
So, but as long as it hits the front part of that white stripe, I think that's the. Because they kick off from the 40, yeah.
And at the beginning of the fourth quarter, did you think we'd be in the position where Western Hills could be making an onside kick attempt that had actual implications?
Yes,
I think that. Well, I
did not think that before the game.
Yeah,
no.
and or even before this quarter started. Really, and that's a credit to Western Hills and the way they've stuck around tonight. And we're gonna. It's getting vaudeville at this point. Line drive, and that is the risk when you do that.
Good tackle by Rogers.
And you have to take that shot. I mean, you've got a chance to cut this to a one touchdown, one score game. But, if you put yourself in the position where something like that can happen, and now Mercer County has the ball and a great chance to put this one out of reach.
I think he wanted to hit the top of that ball more than he actually did, and it just was a line drive right to Caden Devine, and he catches it, and about the only guy that could make the tackle is the kicker, because everybody else is going full speed, and once he gets past them, once he gets past one guy, there's nobody else but Rogers. They handed it off to Peevler.
And he had a touchdown, but he.
A good passer, I think,
yeah,
in there on the tackle.
The old friendly fire tackle that time there by number 67 as he runs into his own man. That was Brett McKibbrey, and if I said that wrong, it's because my printer is out of ink, and that name on the roster was one of the casualties.
All right. First and goal from the 3. And nothing doing there.
And that time we had that sort of disguised handoff that Buchanan has done a few times tonight. We've seen it work both ways, and that time Jacob Fields breaking through the line and making a big tackle. And Western Hills has made stops in situations like this.
Clay Woodson also in there on the tackle.
Of course, right now, clock and field position, even if you do get a big stop here as your enemy.
Well, the clock is stopped for some reason. Oh, I see. There's a little equipment malfunction. So now they started again. Peevler's chin strap came undone and couldn't get it back on there.
Really not a lot of motivation right now for Mercer County if they don't get the ball in the end zone on third down to, well, a field goal practically puts it out of range, but then you have to kick off, but then the clock's your friend. So, it's It's a 50 cents on one hand, $half in the other, I guess.
Peeler slips. Bring up third down from the 5.
We've seen Mercer County also throwing a lot of different looks and different players in those positions. Again, you know, Don has had a big game on the ground, but I don't even see him out there right now.
That was a nice attempt, just out of the reach of Riley Peeler.
Yeah, that was a good pass rush that time. You'll see here number 56, Childers, and that was Jeffrey Parker on the pass rush that time. And I think Childers came in at the end of the play, but that really kind of rushed Buchanan that time and kept him from maybe getting as much English on that ball as he would have wanted. So they are going to kick the field goal here. They're going to set up as if they're going to kick the field goal.
Davis is going to attempt it, and Mercer County calls timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. 3:46 left to go in the game. Here on the Game of the Week.
Hello, my name is Greg with the State Tree Service, the name you know and trust.
Over the past 60 years, the State Tree Service has become a name people know and trust in Central Kentucky. From tree removal, pruning, and stump grinding to debris cleanup, we are always available with our 24/7 emergency services. A State Tree Service is licensed and insured, and our mission is to provide safe, quality tree care at a fair rate. Give us a call at 502-229-5258 or go online for a free quote.
Playing a little blur here. It's taking me back to sophomore year of high school.
There's a look at the field goal defense unit for the Wolverines.
Don Miller has been very demonstrative in some of the instructions that he's given. We saw him giving McGahee some instructions on how to set up on the line. He's all the way out in the huddle that time, kind of showing the players how it's done. Seeing some of that weekday afternoon coaching on game night.
Well, they've decided not kick it. They're going to go for it.
Yeah, I don't.
And now Mercer County has called another timeout. I think they've decided to maybe. Well, I don't really know what they were doing. I was thinking, well, they're going to come out and try to draw the Wolverines off sides. Well, if they're off sides, they only get 2.5 yards, and it's still 4th down. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess really not a bad option here for Mercer County, because if you get in the end zone, the game's over. If you turn it over on downs, Western Hills has 95 yards in front of them.
Yeah.
With 3:46 left, and they're down 2 touchdowns. If you kick a field goal, game's pretty much out of reach anyway.
But they can, yeah. But if the Titans don't score here, it's within the realm of possibility that Western Hills could score 2 touchdowns.
But kicking
a
field goal, you get the minimum amount of points, and you have to kick. But you have to kick off. So.
It's a 3-score game then but they're gonna go for it here.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most practical call here. But he's gonna run out of room. Big stop that time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would try to kick the field goal just because it makes it a 3-score game, and it would have been the same result if you missed the field goal. So the Wolverines have it with 3:40 to go in the game.
I think it may just be a situation where Mercer County does not want to kick the ball off.
But why?
I mean, Western Hills does have some athletes in that special teams.
Yeah, but you could kick it out of bounds purposefully. You give them the ball to 35.
Well, this is why coaches make a ton of money. Well, maybe not at this level. Maybe they should make more, but the hows and whys and permutations are enough to drive one mad.
Engler throws out into the flat to Gage. And
there's Gage Hill there. And
he only, well, I think he gets nothing, actually. Upended almost, well, as he tries to head up the field, he gets upended.
Yeah,
nice tackle there.
And good recognition by Hill, realizing his knees had ever touched the ground, but
it's Bryce Walton, I think, on the tackle.
That's 2nd and 11 here.
And what's more important is the clock is running. But he actually lost a yard on that reception. 2nd and 11. And now they're going to lose another yard.
Yeah, that'll
be 3rd and 12 with the clock still running.
Maybe kind of hoping that the Titans are playing off of them a little bit just because they're afraid of getting hit by that, by that big pass, but Titans were aware of what was happening, shut that down, and Western Hills really at risk of a safety as much as anything here. And Engler's going to do well, just get rid of it, and ball's up in the air, and it's caught.
Wow, what a catch, and they get a first down. That's McGahee that goes high.
Engler is doing his season stats a world of good here in the 4th quarter as far as passing is concerned. Great job just to, number one, keep from getting tackled because he was dead to rights that time, and this is just a fantastic catch by McGahee.
McGahee bails him out there because I think it would have been intercepted by the defensive back behind him had he not caught it.
And they've hooked up on that a couple times, and something to think about, Clint, both those players are juniors. So both are going to be back next year, and clearly they have some chemistry here as we see Fields back in the fullback position. And
Engler rolls out, throws it.
Fields was close to a hold that time because he was trying to give Engler more time to make his reads. And if that's caught, Engler looks like the smartest guy on the field, but from that back angle, it almost looks like, well, he's throwing in a triple coverage there.
Yeah, it's a good look from
but he's a gutsy player. And he's a gutsy player, and I think he takes calculated risks too. I mean, I think he only has 1 interception tonight and has certainly taken enough risks. Nice job by Engler that time to pick up the rush and
he gets out
nearly
of bounds.
got the first down. We may have a personal foul.
Yep, we do. So tack on another 15. That'll bring it out to about the 40.
And if you're Mercer County, why?
Yeah, I don't know. He was clearly going out of bounds.
He's going out of bounds. You're up 26-12. As you see here, that was number 12 there, Jackson Peevler, who just he had flash bulbs in his eyes almost. He knew he was going to get a big hit on the quarterback that time, and Engler picked it up just in the nick of time and did the little bullfighter routine.
Michael Shepperson was guilty of the push out of bounds.
Engler got plenty of time here.
Pass broken up by Thaddeus Mays.
Yeah, Engler was looking for Parker that time and may have put a little bit too much air under this, but also, I mean,
that's catchable ball, really.
Yeah. But that's just a good job by Thaddeus Mays there to defend that within the laws of the game, so to speak.
Incomplete pass, of course, does stop the clock. Engler on the run again, puts it up. He's got a man. Oh, it's underthrown, and that is intercepted. Wow.
Are they going to call that an
freak
interception?
Play. I believe so.
Yeah, that's really strange.
That is a freak play. And we've got a Mercer County player down, the one who made the initial contact with the ball.
Yeah, the ball, I mean, it looked like the ball got knocked out and spiked up. I can't believe they're calling this an interception.
Well, it got knocked off of his own chest.
I thought it hit the ground. It'll
No,
be
I don't think
interesting
so.
to see the replay here.
Let's see what the replay shows. So he throws it up, and we can't see it
Tough
from
angle,
that
but I
angle.
mean, at that, the way he was turning in the air, and this will give us
Here we
probably a
go.
better look
Here
at
we
it
go.
here.
May not be able to see it there either.
Oh no, that's a good call. That's a
Yes,
just
his
a
hand
terrible
was
bounce.
his hand was underneath of it, and it goes up in the air, and it's Mercer County football, and that player is slowly making his way off the field under his own power. That's number 11, Caden Devine.
Wow.
Yeah, it never does hit the ground.
Fantastic look there by our sideline cameraman.
Actually, his
Ben down
hand
there.
doesn't hit the ground either. His hand just kind of snaps.
And sometimes it's just not your night.
Yeah.
And the fact is, that is one of the strangest things that will go into the stat book as an interception that you'll ever see.
And the thing is, the guy, he won't get credit for it. The other guy won't get credit for it.
Unfortunately, we're the only two guys here in the press box that have the benefit of replay, so.
Yes.
I think Mercer County is just going to take this one to the house here.
Yeah, but don't you have to actually take the knee? Did he ever, or did they just blow it dead? I didn't see him actually, unless he did it real quickly. Let's see.
Mercer County will push their record out to 5-1 on the season.
There he goes. Yeah, it's a quick. He took the quick knee. So Western Hills has 2 timeouts remaining, but they're going to play nice and not call them, and that's going to be the end of the game, folks. Well, John, it's been a good night. The Western Hills, they come out on the losing end here, but you know they showed considerable progress from 2 weeks ago. I thought
they can take a lot out of this victory, both on the progress that they made, and they got their passing game, they got their offense going again, but also just from kind of a mental attitude that they took on, and they never quit in this game. They had a lot of things not go their way, but really impressed by the way they kind of stuck around and made this a game in the fourth quarter. It became a lot better game than we thought we were going to get after Mercer County came right out, scored a touchdown, and Western Hills turned the ball right over. And Wolverines have a lot to be proud of in this game.
Yes, on a night with a full moon and pink swans, we saw the Wolverines make some great defensive plays, as you're seeing here, and they did put, they got a couple of touchdowns on the board, which was better than they've done the past couple of weeks.
And as always, Clint, let's give it up for our camera guys. We got David and Ben and Todd and Zach up top, just doing a great job, and all our people in the truck. Crystal and Abby and Doug and
but the camera
Zach.
guys are the ones that are out in the cold. They're the ones that are.
I don't like to leave anybody unacknowledged.
Okay, well, and then the people in the truck do a good job too. And no offense, John, but it's probably you and I that are bringing this broadcast down. But
I thought it was fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about. You thought it wasn't good?
Oh, the game was good. I'm just
Yeah,
not sure the announcing
you're
was
seeing
good.
some great highlights here, and that was really the one that kind of killed Western Hills in the first half.
Yeah. We want to point out Crystal and Abby in the truck, and there's Doug and Zach, and maybe somebody else. Ben on camera. Did you mention Ben?
I mentioned Ben. I mentioned Ben several times.
Okay, I'm sorry. Ben's the handheld guy, so he's been packing that camera on his shoulder all game long. So
and 2 Zachs, no waiting. We got a Zach in the truck and a Zach up top.
Yeah,
and
the 2
our man
Zachs.
Todd and David on the cameras.
And of course, Pizza Inn. We don't want to forget them for supper. And then there's Doug. You know, we can put up with Doug, but you know.
He's the reason you're seeing these replays right now.
That's right. So. We thank everybody involved in the broadcast, and of course we thank you for watching this game of the week on Cable 10, and we hope to see you next week from a game yet to be determined. Until then, have a good night, everybody.
Couple in. Let's see what they do. They've got 3rd and 3. First down's really irrelevant here. Let's see if they go to the air.